Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of looking at every OG reference in Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 1. 2 weeks back, I made a video about looking at every OG reference I could find in this season from the first 5 episodes. And since at the time LEGO had only uploaded episodes 1 to 5, I couldn't show you guys any more references until now, because LEGO has officially released every episode of Season 4 Part 1 for free on YouTube in most regions. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Our first reference is in episode 6, when Kai asks Jay about his memories and asks him if he remembered the time that he fought Belobo in his underpants, which is a reference to the Tournament of Elements. And he asks Jay if he remembers his video game fan club, which is a reference to Prime Empire, when Jay convinced people to dress up as him and idolize him. Yet, now that I say it out loud, Jay sort of, probably is a manipulator in some ways. Then Jay recalls that he hid Cole's cake on top of a tree and he hit every branch on the way down. That could be a reference to Cole's absolute love of cake from Season 1 and Season 11. You Jay fans say it's the best ship in the show, but we all know that Cole X Ganache frosting cake is 100% the best one. Then, in the next episode, Jay accidentally electrocutes Kai in almost the exact same way he electrocuted him in Crystallized, with 1,000 bolts of lightning apparently. Later, Jay recalls 3 vehicles from the previous series: the Earth Driller from Season 2, the DB Express from Season 4, and finally the Samurai X-Mech either from Seasons 1, 2, 4, and or Crystallized. This also means that Nia is being re-established as an inventor, including Jay. Finally! In the next few scenes, we see the Whispering Woods again, and Zane and the Archdragon of Life have an interesting conversation. In the conversation, the Life Dragon asks Zane why he is comforting her and actually has the emotion to care. Zane says that he might not be able to express these emotions as well, but he feels them just as deeply, which is a sentence that I honestly love. Considering a large part of Zane is his emotions and his emotions switch, which plays a role in Season 1 as well as Crystallized. Not to mention, we get an iconic soundtrack from the scene, and speaking of those, we get a lot of soundtracks in this season that were in the OG Ninjago seasons, and honestly, I just love that fact. I love that they're reusing these immaculate tracks in this new show, and honestly, this whole season just screams unity for the Ninjago fandom, the in-universe ninja, and even these shows, which is insane. Of course, in the very next scene, we see Teen Lloyd, and bro is a menace. Seriously, I have a feeling you will not leave a roast battle alive if you're up against him. Jokes aside, Lloyd actually asks when he lost the weird bowl cut, and Teen Lloyd replies with asking how old he was when he forgot what a comb was. These are both meta references because the community has roasted Lloyd for his choice of hair throughout the entire first 7 seasons, and boy, let me tell you, it was 100% justified. Then in Umbra Sylvis, the last place I'd expect there to be a reference, Frack's dad talks about how it was hard for Serpentine in Ninjago. He says the phrase, "never trust a snake," was always popular thing among the community, and it's a reference back to Season 1, Episode 4, titled the same phrase. And it also kind of proves my theory that the Ninjago Serpentine rally weren't just for the hostile Serpentine tribes, but also for normal snakes in the city. On that topic though, that is kind of messed up. it means that most of the citizens in Ninjago City are indeed racist. Even Ed and Edna, which I refuse to believe. There must be some sort of explanation. There's no way they'd support something like this. In the very next scene, Lloyd asks Teen Lloyd if he's happy, because in the same episode of the Tomorrow's Tea incident, Lloyd laments on how he didn't really have a normal childhood. He never really lived like a regular kid, and this exchange is honestly amazing. Then, in episode 8, Cole finds himself trapped in a jail cell, and of course, he starts talking to himself. This might be a reference to season 8, my personal favorite season, where Cole finds himself in a very similar situation. In the next scene, another Cole reference actually comes up from Lloyd's battle with Enemy Lloyd. So basically, Enemy Lloyd tells us that Lloyd will never lead the ninja like Master Wu did, not even as Cole did. And this pays homage to the fact that Cole was the leader of the ninja in the pilots and to an extent some of season 1, so that's always cool to see. Later, Enemy Lloyd and Lloyd are still fighting, and Enemy Lloyd reminds him of the time when a character called Finn Tully pantsed him in gym class, and this is about the time that Lloyd was in Darkley's boarding school. But this is also an insanely old reference because on Lego.com, at the time of when season 1 of Ninjago was airing, there was something called Lloyd Garmadon's blog, and in that blog, he mentioned a bully of his, Finn Tully. So for 15 years, this character was perceived as non-canon, but now he is canon, which a lot of OG Ninjago fans are raving about. Skip to episode 9, and Jay is referencing even more, like the time that Kai burnt the land bounty steering wheel, which I don't think we saw happen, but it is still a reference to the land bounty nonetheless. The final reference is in episode 10, and it could be a bit of a stretch. You see, when Jay unlocks his Draconis form, he actually fights a bunch of elemental monsters. However, instead of his voice grunting and shouting, it's actually Nia's. This counts as a voice mistake, which we never see in Ninjago nowadays, but in the early seasons it was actually quite prominent, and there is a theory that the mistake was made on purpose to reference the earlier seasons. But what do you all think? And that is every reference in Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 4 Part 1. I hope you enjoyed this new video, and if you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel and like the video to recommend it to more people, but no pressure. Anyway, I will see you all in the next video.